century and was believed to be the 130th generation descendant of Wakea, the god of light. Pi'ilani's birth has a story that may seem a little bit strange to us. He was conceived of royal parents, but it's said that a dragon-like lizard appeared on his pregnant mother one night. This was the physical form of Ku, the god of power and destruction. When the child was born, he was named Pi'ilani, which means the ascent to heaven. The appearance of Ku proved that Pi'ilani was a descendant from the heavens and a sign that Maui could now never be conquered, except by a descendant of Kane, another of the highest Hawaiian gods and the father of living creatures. Pi'ilani united East and West Maui and built a trail that encircled the entire island. You'll still see sections of that highway around Maui, and they're still called the Pi'ilani Highway to this day. He also had the Pi'ilani Haleheau built, whose remains are near Wainapa Park. Pi'ilani was born in Lahaina, but he was also closely connected to Hana. That said, he toured the whole island, growing the popular support of his people, creating law and order, and, as all good kings do, collecting taxes. Oral history tells us that Pi'ilani's reign heralded the golden age of Maui, a time of 250 years when Maui was prosperous, productive, and peaceful. Is 1779, and a multi-masted tall ship limps its way back to Kealakekua Bay on the Big Island of Hawaii. Its foremast broken in stormy weather, and Captain James Cook is returning to make repairs. He had just spent a month on the Big Island and been treated almost like a god by the native Hawaiian people. But this time when he returned, well, the mood was a little different. Tense. Some natives stole one of the ship's smaller boats. This was not an uncommon act, and the usual response was to take hostages until the stolen items were returned. Captain Cook and his men attempted to take the High Chief of the Big Island. Imagine, it'd be something like trying to take the president hostage. All the chief's warriors resisted, and it's reported that Captain Cook and his men took to retreat and launched the rowboats back to the ship. But when he turned his back to push off the boat, he was struck on the head by the natives. They then stabbed him repeatedly, and of course he was killed. This heralded the beginning of a new era for the Hawaiian Islanders. Ocean views open up along this drive. Just imagine the Hawaiians seeing Captain Cook's tall ship sailing around their islands for the first time. Also, imagine being aboard the ship on the journey that lasts years and literally sails into uncharted waters. Before we continue with Hawaii's history, let's just take a quick overview of Captain James Cook's exploration career and his contribution to our knowledge of the planet. Starting from 1768, 40-year-old Cook took the first of 3 massive voyages that helped map the world. On his first voyage, Cook was sent to observe the astronomical event of Venus passing in front of the sun.